Meghan Markle and Prince Harry could be seeking to get as much attention as they possibly can from the public before the next generation of royal family members becomes more interesting, a royal commentator suggested. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have remained a topic of interest across the world despite stepping back from their royal roles to become private citizens in 2020. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have attempted to secure a separate position for themselves by striking a series of deals with media giants like Spotify and Netflix, and by speaking in support of causes dear to them. Royal commentator Jonathan Sacerdoti suggested the couple might be seeking to get as much attention and earnings, whilst competition from the next generation of royal family members is low. Speaking to Royally Us, Mr. Sacerdoti said, "They know their time is possibly limited. There's an interesting thing Prince Harry said ages ago that he kind of knew that he had a certain amount of time in the limelight, his 15 minutes. And eventually Prince Louis, Prince George, Princess Charlotte would become the new, interesting characters. And he knows that because he once was the spare to the heir. And now he's talking about the new heir, that is to say, William's children, William's son, who will become of interest, and there'll be a new Prince Harry." He added, "There'll somebody else who may be as rudderless, directionless because of their position in the succession is such that they're limited to what they can do in life, but they don't have an obvious constitutional role going forward and in the royal family, so maybe they'll go off the rails." Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis made their institutional debut in June to mark the Queen's 70th year on the throne. The children of Prince William and Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, stole the attention as they appeared at a series of events to help their parents celebrate Her Majesty's unprecedented accomplishment. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex also took part in the celebrations, but their public appearance was reduced to the service of Thanksgiving held at St. Paul's Cathedral on June 3. Reports later suggested the couple was treated to a private meeting with the Queen on June 4 to introduce their daughter, and the Queen's namesake, Lilibet, to her great-grandmother. But they did not attend any of the other major events organized to mark the milestone and traveled back to California as the royal family put an end to the Jubilee weekend. Prince George's year has been filled with a round of royal firsts, from celebrating a historic jubilee to his debut at Wimbledon. As the prince turns 9, the increase in his public appearances is seen as an important contribution to the preparation for his role as the future monarch. Born in 2013, George is the eldest child of Prince William and Kate Middleton. The prince was born third in line to the British throne after his grandfather, Prince Charles, and William. As such, if he takes the throne after William's reign, he will succeed as King George VII. Since the birth of their children, both William and Kate have tried to keep their children out of the public eye as much as possible, releasing regular photographs in exchange for the British tabloid press agreement that intrusive images captured by members of the paparazzi would not be published. However, as George is getting older, the Cambridges have been introducing him to a number of important royal milestones. Here, Newsweek looks at how over this year, George has undertaken a diary full of important royal firsts and how they are preparing him for his future. Having previously attended the England v. Italy European Championship soccer final last year, in 2022, William and Kate introduced George to his first official taste of another of Britain's most popular ball sports, rugby. The match posed a difficult challenge for the Cambridges as England was playing Wales. William is patron of the Welsh Rugby Union and Kate is patron of the England Rugby Union, recently picking up the patronage which had been relinquished by Prince Harry when he stepped down as a full-time working royal in 2020. This friendly but diplomatic rivalry set an example for George on how to navigate the sometimes tricky relationships between the countries that make up the United Kingdom. George arrived at Twickenham Stadium with his parents and was seen being talked through the game by his mother and father. England took the victory over Wales, with Italy taking home the championship later in the tournament.